it's in the hands of 5 ladies to save the world. In Annihilation, we have this gigantic pudding, purple pudding, as we call it, the shimmer. And one day a comet hits the lighthouse and created this shimmer. And slowly the shimmer getting bigger, and maybe one day it will has closed whole cities. And people wants to prevent that. And they will stop the shimmer because inside the shimmer this blob thing creates an uninhabited place. This zone, because it's so uninhabited, and it creates this kind of own world inside. This reminds me a lot of Tarkovsky's Stalker, because it has also this moments of silence when you only see people walking, investigating, or really don't know what to do in this situation, and that reminds me a lot of Stalker. And again, back to Stalker from Tarkovsky. That's a great movie. There was one scene. It was the 3 people. They're going into the zone, or in that case, in Stalker's case, Chernobyl. There was a scene with the tunnel, and the way it was filmed, no dialogue at all, and it always was suspense in the air. That was amazing. Every shot, every second that this scene had, this building, this intense building, I was just nailed on my bed. This scene alone was a 10 out of 10. Great movie from Russia, because they had so much attempts to go inside this shant. They sent so many manly units inside, and nobody came alive of the shimmer. They thought this time maybe we sent the opposite sex. Maybe females are invulnerable to this shimmer thing. So we sent 5 ladies this time, and one of the ladies is Natalie Portman. Why Natalie Portman is so ambitious for that mission is that her husband, played by Oscar Isaac, was one of the dudes from the previous team. With that motivation she has to go inside and to know what happened to my husband. And because Natalie Portman is also a biologist, that will also help the mission. One thing for sure, this movie is not for everyone. I repeat this movie is not for everyone. If you expect, you saw the trailer and you saw a lot of action with Natalie Portman and the other ladies firing M60s to the bone. Well, these are the only few action scenes the movie has put into the trailer. So the dumb people can see it and say, this movie is so science fiction. It is pure science fiction's form ever. It's just like the Star Trek episodes, where it's no action. They just going to other planets to investigate them and to see if they can build new world or new life for humans. So if you expect Aliens action or Star Wars action or Starship Troopers action, you're wrong, man. After watching the movie, I can understand why it had this limited release span, and it instantly then 2 weeks later comes to Netflix, because it's so different from the standard movie we get these days. If you survive the 2/3 of the movie and then you go to the climax, I guess many of you will think of the climax, what kind of crap is this? The ending of this movie is so divisive, and I liked it. Reminds me a lot of, okay, I say a little hint. It reminds me a little bit of the Tool video clips, music videos. So if you know what I mean, you can make a picture. What I liked about the movie is because we have 5 different ladies, all the ladies has a different experience. So that doesn't mean because they're all going into the same zone, they have the same faith. No, everyone experienced different things. There's one scene I really loved. It reminds me a lot of the interrogation scene in The Thing. This was awesome, very suspenseful. 2 big things except of Stalker. The other thing that reminds me a lot was The Last of Us, because in the zone, nature has took over the whole world, and it's like like the classical zombie apocalypse. The place is decayed, is rusted, everywhere is nature, and the soundtrack also helped me to remind me Last of Us. The biggest part of the soundtrack is acoustic guitar songs. It was kind of Last of Us 3 when Ellie is grow up and goes to that experience. This movie also had this typical movie dumbness cliche where you send the most smartest people and they still going into an unknown zone and touching everything. This is something that stop! You're smarter than me. I wouldn't do that. I go to the zone and look at all the shit and just go away. And screaming, there's a three-headed monkey behind you. The end, Annihilation, I enjoyed it very much. As I said before, this movie can be really divisive. And if you have a little brain, just most of the people here, will watch this movie and enjoy it. As a Netflix user, it's an easy choice. Just watch it and make your own opinion. I will not say now watch it, everyone. I don't recommend it, no one. I just say, if you're curious, watch it. That was Annihilation. Now I'm going to annihilate myself. Thank you all for watching. So long. Good night.